Welcome back to our Deal Volkswagen Degenerate Friday. Jeff DeForest along with Moneyline Martinez, also known as Jersey Kyle. And we had a theory that we've been espousing here on the program for a while, and lately it's being put to the test. And I'm talking about a very negative test. In fact, a lot of guys that have been viewing the shows and watching what we've been doing here on Degenerate Fridays have been getting literally torched by the theory of don't bet against the devil, which came into play a couple of times recently, including this last playoff weekend, when the devil, no longer Nick Saban because the college football season was over, and those that bought into the don't bet against the devil theory naturally got buried in the college championship game. I mean, I'm talking about you were eating dust in the fourth quarter, people. They were carrying those players out of the casinos in body bags. And then you transfer that to the pros, and of course the devil would be Bill Belichick. And the theory would be don't bet against the devil. And sure enough, he goes against the Buffalo Bills and gets crushed like the proverbial grape. I mean, this guy was all Napa Valley in that game on Saturday.
Yeah, but see, you didn't figure in the mush factor because, again, when I bring up the mush factor and everybody...
Does that override the don't bet against the devil?
I think the mush factor overrides every single gambling logical thing that you can think of. If you got a friend that never wins, and we have several friends that are like that, a.k.a. the mush. Again, the night that the Alabama Crimson Tide was playing for the national championship, our friend Dino said, Alabama, bet everything you can. Obviously, I went the other way and ended up being a winner.
Well, we were looking at various people that have bet against the devil, and it gets back to TV evangelists. And if you're looking like Jim Baker, what did he do? He bet against the devil, right? He figured the devil was never going to catch up with him. He ended up doing time. Tammy Faye, all those fake tears, the mascara streaming like she was Rudy Giuliani, trying to defend the indefensible. Time. I mean, we're talking about Chambers Brothers here. So that theory had some validity because Saban was 5-1 against the spread, and all with outright victories as an underdog anytime he was getting points at Alabama. And sure enough, that was a theory that blew up in our face like an exploding cigar. But the Patriots were never in this ball game, and so that may be true. That the mush is stronger. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors match.
Yes.
And if you have a known mush, I mean, it happened with you at the racetrack the other day to great profit, where that guy Lee said he had every horse in the next race in the pick 5. He was going to make some giant score except for 3. And I'll let you tell the story because you quickly ask him, what are the 3 you don't have?
I mean, again, the guy has been known, whenever you're wheeling horses, I mean, you'd never leave anybody out of the wheel. So he wheels the horse that he likes on top, but he leaves 3 horses out. Immediately, something went off on my mind because I know this guy never wins. I said, name the 3 horses. He said, the 1, the 8, and the 11, which were all 35-1. I immediately ran to the window with no minutes till post time, and I wheeled each horse for a $1 exacta with all the other horses. Well, of course, you know the end of the story. The 1 horse at 35-1 wins the race. I collect $400 for my little dollar wheel, and Lee is over in the corner crying. I think he's still at Gulfstream crying in the corner.
That was like not the first time that's happened to him. I mean, he was literally, in that case, a known mush and superseding any other handicapping that you might have done into that race. All you had to do was know that the 3 horses he left out, the 1, the 8, and the 11, and he ran 1, 2, 3. It was fantastic. So you can profit by that, but the don't bet against the devil theory right now is in some very murky waters.